Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Instant analysis: Lakers survived to beat the Timberwolves for fourth straight win. The Los Angeles Lakers have been red hot this season, and they were eager to continue their streak against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Thursday night. In a sold-out crowd at the Crypto.com arena, Lakers fans watched on as the purple and gold survived a battle against steep competition for their fourth straight win. The Lakers came out and set the tone early in the first quarter, storming to a massive lead that ballooned to 17 after the first 12 minutes. That early momentum carried them through most of the game, but the Timberwolves hung around until the fourth quarter when they made a last push to take control. In the end, despite 29 fourth-quarter points, Minnesota lost the game by 9, 111-102, as they were unable to recover after Anthony Edwards was ejected. For Los Angeles, LeBron James was the MVP of the night with 33 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists on 52.4% shooting. In a rough shooting performance, Luka Doncic still managed to score 21 points along with 13 rebounds and 5 assists in 36 minutes. Austin Reaves contributed 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists on 50% shooting. Terrence Shannon Jr. was the hero for the Timberwolves with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in some key plays down the stretch. Anthony Edwards, who was ejected after 26 minutes, finished with just 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists on 50% shooting. Finally, Jaden McDaniels had 15 points for the Wolves along with 8 rebounds and 1 assist in 37 minutes. The Lakers have been a top 6 team in the West all season long, and they passed yet another test against a young and scrappy Timberwolves squad. Despite rough shooting from Luka Doncic, the Lakers kept their lead and proved once again why they are among the league's title contenders this year. As Luka was struggling with his shot, once again, the Lakers desperately needed a boost to get the win on their home court. As usual, it was LeBron James who answered the call with another stellar performance at 40 years old. In 37 minutes, James dropped 31 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 assists on 11-21 shooting. He went 4-9 from 3 and 5-8 from the free throw line. James was the steady hand for the Lakers all night long and put the game on ice with key plays down the stretch. This may be Luka Doncic's team, but LeBron James has been their best player this season. When he's off the floor, the Lakers look lost and lack guidance, but the moment he steps in, everything settles down and the team plays with much more confidence. The Lakers didn't shoot entirely well and their defense collapsed down the stretch of the game. What ultimately made the difference was points at the charity stripe, which the Lakers won by a fairly wide margin. The Timberwolves went 20-26 from the line and they barely cracked 100 points. The Lakers, meanwhile, had 33 free throws and could have had even more had they shot higher than 69.6%. If there's one thing the Lakers are good at, it's getting to the free throw line. Whether it's LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves, or someone else on the roster, they are always looking to draw the foul so they can get to the line, and it's a strategy that works more often than not. NBA Intel, Scouts, Execs report cards on Luka, Butler, Fox deals. 3 weeks ago, we witnessed arguably the most remarkable trade deadline in NBA history. The headliner was the shocking swap of Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, but the deal that no one saw coming was far from the only league-altering transaction. In our weekly look around the NBA, we asked league scouts, execs and general managers to evaluate how all the new players have looked in their respective homes and what the future holds for all the various teams involved during the push to the postseason. Windhorst, if you think you've heard a sufficient amount about how alarmed the entire NBA was when the Doncic-Davis trade became known, trust it's still just a fragment of the reality of the reaction within the league. Did the Lakers win the deadline? The Lakers annihilated the deadline, one general manager said. Bon Tom, it's hard to find anyone outside the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex who would dispute that the Lakers-Mavs trade was lopsidedly in LA's favor. But many people around the league credit Dallas general manager Nico Harrison for standing on his convictions. It wasn't lost on people that he was front and center in Los Angeles for Tuesday's first meeting between the two teams since the deal. None of that changes the fact that Doncic is a generational talent who is several years younger than Davis. And, even as he's rebuilding his stamina and conditioning after being out several weeks due to a calf injury, he's already showing what he can do, highlighted by a combined 72 points, 38 rebounds, and 24 assists over his past 3 games. He isn't in shape yet and he's already making Jackson Hayes look better, a Western Conference executive said. You can see the plan moving forward. Anthony Davis calls out Luka Doncic trade with honest remarks after LA return. The Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Dallas Mavericks on Tuesday night in a game filled with drama for several reasons. It marked Luka Doncic's first game against his former team and also served as Anthony Davis's return to Los Angeles since the trade, which led to a tribute video honoring his success with the organization over the past 6 seasons. Following the game, Davis kept his responses clear and honest about his thoughts on the trade. He suggested that more people were aware of the deal before it was publicly announced by ESPN's Shams Charania. Everybody's saying nobody knew and all this other, explicit. Davis said. I just don't believe it. He added, but, hey man, I'm past that. I'm ready to move forward with Dallas, try to get a championship there with these guys. First off, getting back on the floor and get ready to compete. All the emotions, that, explicit, lasted that night when it was just a shock. During his time with the Lakers, Davis made 4 All-Star games and played an integral role in winning the NBA championship in 2020 alongside LeBron James, which occurred in the bubble in Orlando. The two formed one of the best duos in the league, and James reflected on that after the game, highlighting how important Davis was to the city and the organization before being traded. What AD was for this franchise and what AD did for this franchise, from the moment we got him to hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy, to the All-Star nods, to winning the first inaugural in-season tournament, obviously, our friendship goes without saying. James said. He's one of my best friends, and it was great to see him get that recognition and have that moment. And you fan? What do you think of Anthony Davies' situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.